there. Welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Nathan Fox. That's Ben Olson. Together, we're the founders of LSATdemon.com and the Thinking LSAT podcast. This email came, looks like to me, it says, "Hi, Nathan. I'm sure you're getting a mountain of emails today. I am so happy to get through my first attempt at the LSAT. I will be taking October. I was so nervous about ProctorU, but it ended up okay in the end." So this is a report from somebody who just took the official LSAT. "My initial check-in took only 10 minutes, and I didn't hear a peep from my proctor during the test. But my post-break check-in felt like I was in purgatory. I made sure to be back in my seat and pressed the button. With 5 minutes to spare, I watched the countdown, and then another 10 minutes went by." After they sent out that whole email about the button of death that you have to press before the end of your break.
Jeez.
And now it doesn't even work. So you're just like causing people fucking anxiety. "I was trying to be patient," says Margot. "My first thought was my proctor had to check other students. So I just sent a quick message saying I was ready in my chat box. No response. I waited another 5 or 10 minutes. I sent another message. No response. Another 5 minutes, another message, and still no response. I started to freak out that I accidentally triggered the test to lock me out somehow." I wonder why she's nervous about that.
There's only like an extraordinarily severe consequence for fucking that up.
Well, and they are the ones who sent the whole email about how you have to press the button. If you don't press the button, your test will be canceled and all that shit. And it's like, so now people are weirdly fetishizing.
No one's gonna have a break anymore.
And
people,
no, because they're gonna. Yeah, no, I have to press it. I can't. Better pee really fast so that I can press the button on time. Anyway, Margot 5 minutes early presses the button and then sits there for, it looks like, another half hour. I started to freak out. Yep. "I found the stupid help owl in my extensions where you can send a message to support. That ended up being false hope because the one way to send a message was just a bunch of pre-recorded help articles, and the other was just another chat box to my proctor, who had yet to respond after over 30 minutes. I finally noticed a feature to call my proctor, so I clicked on that. It rang for about a minute with no response. Finally, my proctor called back about 5 minutes later, checked me in, and off I went into part 2 with no further issues. Overall, I was happy I did not experience anything worse than being in the purgatory waiting room. I felt good about the test afterwards. I was very nervous when I sat down, but once the questions started, my nerves went away, and it felt just like every other time I've done my practice questions. I know I destroyed the games. It's a great feeling. I normally get through 3 games perfectly, and I know that's what I did this time. I actually got to the 4th game with a few minutes left on my second game section. I was able to do the list question, and with just a couple minutes left, I skimmed through 2 of the questions I could answer by eliminating answers using the rules. Here's to hoping that was the real section and my first was the experimental. Either way, I know I crushed them both." I'd push back on that a little bit. Crushing, I mean, I guess it's all relative, but like the people who really crushed it scored perfectly, well within time. And so you did well for you. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to shit on Margot she thinks she did great, but like the only way to score 175, is basically to score perfectly on the logic games.
Sure.
Anyway, I could not have made the progress I have over the last few months without the demon. You, Ben, and your whole team are awesome teachers. I'm ready to get back to drilling this week so I can kill it in October. Great. Thanks, Margot. Anything for Margot?
Yeah, keep up the good work. I mean, it does sound like she has some points left on the table. Go grab them. Yep.
Yeah. Games is like the obvious one. I've been saying this a lot lately in my study group. It's like, if you're not perfect on the games, you got work to do. Yep. It's like very obvious. Your best score involves scoring perfectly on the logic games.
Yeah. Someone just emailed me the other day and said they had gone through half the games.
Good.
And I was like, great. And they're struggling. They're like, I don't understand what else I can do. I'm like, you could do the other half. Like,
no, that happens all the time, man. I get emails like I don't push my books anymore because all of everything I ever wrote in those books is now incorporated into the daemon. But when I get email, I have my phone number, in the books.
Yeah.
And I get like text messages or phone calls like, hey, I got your book, the Logical Reasoning Encyclopedia, but I'm still really struggling. What do I do? And I'm like, okay, how much of the book have you done? Oh, I'm just starting it. I'm like, okay. I mean, maybe I should have put my number at the back of the book.
Yeah.
That's what I really should have done. I should have hidden it on like page 542. There should be my number. Like, hey, if you made it this far and you need help, text me.
Yeah.
But like, people just want the shortcut. They want the magic trick, Anyway, Margot, if you haven't yet done all of the games, like that's what you need to do. You need to do all of the games so that in October, you can just like totally destroy. Just know for sure that you scored perfectly on the games.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Margot, for writing in. Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.